Hey guys, coming to you with another video. We're going to go through the elements of what's going to be one of our full body workouts. This one involves a band. In some cases involves really just your body weight and other parts of the exercises. So right now I'm just going to go through some basics of the elements of the exercises, and then I'll record in a separate video the actual workout that you can follow along with. Alright, so first thing is we're going to do a front squat with the band, but besides the point of using the band, there's some elements of doing a squat that I want to just touch on really quickly. It's so critical. Number one thing is you want to plant your feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Okay. The first thing that moves when you do a squat is your hips. So first thing that moves is going to be your butt going back. It's not your shoulders and then your butt. It's not your knees and then your butt. It's your butt. All right. First thing, move your hips back. Okay. My feet are shoulder width apart, a little bit more. Toes can be flared out a little bit. That's fine. But I'm going to keep my arches up. All right. So that means that when I do a squat, my weight's going through my heels, not through my toes. My butt's going back. My arches are staying up. So my knees and my ankles and my hips are all in line. Okay. So I'll turn to the side. You can see that my knees, hips, and ankles, first thing that moves my hips. My knees are behind my toes. My heels are not coming up off the ground. My knees are staying behind my toes as my butt goes back. All right? So that's the squat. So let's add in a band. So with a band, I'm going to step on top of the band. I'm going to bend down and then put it on my shoulders and stand up. Okay? So do that again. I squat down, put it on my shoulders, stand up. Okay? My elbows are up high. So when I'm doing a front squat, my elbows are up. I got my hands in front of my neck, holding the band, making sure I've got that off. And I'm going back and pushing up. Back, pushing up. Right? So I'll turn to the side, go back, push up. First thing that moves is my hip, back, push up. Right? So I'm trying to keep my head and my back in line as I squat. Next exercise is a squat press. So you got the squat part by now. But now a squat press is, I'm going to squat down, my band's over my hands. I'm going to squat, press up. Squat, press up. So I'm going to walk back so you can see me some more. Squat, press up. So I'm kind of making an H, right? Or an X, depending on how you look at it. So squat, press up. So you use your momentum as you come up to press. Okay? So that's your squat press. Then you have a reverse lunge, but with a band. Put the band over one shoulder. Diagonally across my body, I pull down on the band, press down on the band with my foot. Okay? So you put it over your shoulder, get your ponytails out of the way, pull down on the band, step on it. Now that band is out front, okay, when I do my exercise. So reverse lunge, similarly when I'm talking about a squat, is I'm loading more on my heels as I go back, right? So if you notice, my back leg is at 90 degrees or maybe even further back, but the main part is my foreleg, my front leg, is stuck down in the ground, okay? So go back, press up. I like to use my arms, just like if I was running. Back, press, back, press. Then the switch, you pull down on the band, put your foot off the band, then you switch the band from one shoulder over your head to the next shoulder, pull down on the band, step on it. Okay? So once again, I'm set. I reach back, press up, reach back, press up, reach back, press up. All right. Cool. Press down on the band, pull up. Now I'm going to do what's called a high pull. So I'm going to stand on the band. I'm going to pull up, keep my hands at my shoulder blade, my clavicle, my collarbone. Come down, pull up, come down, pull up, come down. Okay? So that's a high pull. All right? Or it could be a standing row if you're a weightlifter dude. Okay? Now, I'm still standing on the band. Next one's called a hammer curl. Got my hands facing each other on the band. The hammer curls, I'm just going to curl up, Control it going down. Don't let it flop down. Curl up, let it down. Curl up, let it down. Up, down. Okay? So my elbows are at my side, keeping my shoulders basically still. Curling up, come down. Alright? Next one is we can toss the band to the side. For some, there's much rejoicing now, and you do push-ups. So, obviously, there's various kinds of push-ups. For me, obviously y'all, I'm doing just a standard push-up. I'm going down, pressing up, down, pressing up. If, and this is fine, I'd rather you do this and do them properly than to try and do a standard push-up and do them improperly. Alright? So you can get on your knees. So my shoulder, hips, and knees are all in line. So I'm flat, I'm going down, pressing up. So it's just a hinge on my knees, right? So I like to go ahead, if I'm doing these, I like people to pick their feet up so they're just hinging on their knees. Make sense? Further, if you're breaking down in that area, if your back is arching down, if you're not able to keep flat, then you can go to a wall and do a wall push-up, okay? So I got my hands up against the wall, my toes are back, right? I'm still flat, shoulders to hips to knees, and I'm doing a push-up on the wall. Keeping flat, shoulders to hips to knees. So those are your push-up variations. The 8th exercise is a plank. So you can go down on your elbows, your forearms like this, or if maybe your elbows are sore, your arms hurt, something like that, you could do a push-up plank in this position with your hands underneath your shoulders, keeping flat, shoulders to hips, to knees, to ankles. Alright? So those are the 8 exercises. We'll get around to a workout next. Thanks, guys.